You're Near the Wild with Matt Becker and John Norris, recorded in Anchorage, Alaska.
Hello?
Hey, happy holidays, Matt Becker.
Happy holidays, Ggreg Chaille.
Hold on, I got 17 seconds left.
Hello.
Hey, John, hold on a second. I got 10 seconds left.
Okay.
Hold on. Steady.
Want to do a countdown?
Hold. It'll be over by the time we start the countdown. 0 and
1 Mississippi.
sold for $102.50. Hatchimals.
Woo!
59
What was
bids. One of the Hatchimals.
Oh, okay.
I was just curious as to what, like, because it's that fucking. John, do you know what this is?
Yeah, I've seen like some people posting about them on like Instagram and stuff, and then I just read that thing you sent.
It's the.
Are you an unauthorized Hatchimal dealer now?
No. I was just curious to see. Well, aren't we all? Come on. We all got to get in on this game, right?
Sure. I bought 5,000 of them. I'm gonna save them for retirement. That's my nest egg, if you know what I mean,
so to speak. Before the Christmas day, they were selling upwards of $400 on eBay, and now the reserves are not being met, and they're selling for about $100 each. And there's YouTube video footage that is that's surfaced. Now it's hit viral density here. They say it's saying "fuck me," the Hatchimal, as it's being awoken.
Yeah, which I mean, I kind of heard that, but I also heard you got fucked. That's what I really heard.
Oh wait, you like teach it to talk?
No, it has a whole routine it goes through based on how much attention you give it, and it reminds me of those things. Remember the Tamagotchis? They were like little keychains, and they had a little digital, really crude digital responses, like "I'm hungry" and stuff like that.
I remember when I was like 16 years old, my parents' boss sent me one of those for Christmas, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Did he think you were a girl?
I don't know what he thought.
Well, these eggs, they're celebrity eggs too, which was weird because they had like the El Chapo, which he actually breaks out from the bottom, and then they had the Howard Hughes. He doesn't actually ever come out. Yeah.
Well, I didn't get a Hatchimal. I didn't want a Hatchimal either.
I didn't find out about them, and I think it's funny that people like are trying like buying them on eBay for $400 because they're sold out, instead of just telling their kids like life isn't fair.
Well, the kid's never seen one.
Yeah.
You know?
You don't want to ruin the surprise, John.
Yo, go to the mall for $5. Those Asian people will put a teddy bear in a balloon.
For like $3, you can just go get like an actual fertilized chicken egg, and then they can just hatch their own chicken.
That's true. And that one, there's more mystery because you don't know if it's actually going to live.
It's probably not going to live for very long.
We hatched, we did a project in, I think it was elementary school, so it's probably like 6th grade, where we built a quail hutch and hatched quail from fertilized eggs, and then had these quail like running around in the garage in their little, their pen. And for the life of me, I can't remember whatever happened to those quail because we didn't eat them. I mean, we certainly didn't raise them until they were, even juveniles.
This might explain why you don't have kids, Ggreg.
That might be. I mean, this was a really good lesson. Maybe we took them back to the farm because the other.
You went out to recess and your teacher flushed them down the toilet.
Yeah. One could only hope it would be that quick. But it's all fun when you see them start to poke their beak through the egg, and then fast forward, not even 3 days, when hey, that garage is stinking pretty good. What are we doing with those quail? and I don't remember. Maybe Dad took care of it when we went to school, and then we never even thought to ask about it. Just pretended it never happened.
When I was a kid, my pet hamster flew away when we were at school. We weren't the smartest kids.
Your dad got rid of it, but then he forgot what it was. So he just thought it was a bird.
Oh my God! It somehow chewed through its collar and got away. I don't know.
Dad, it was a snake. What do you mean, a collar?
Yeah.
So Hatchimals, for any listeners who don't have kids who are baking them for garbage at Christmas time, like they're like, it's like a plastic egg, right? But it's got like a little Furby thing in it that like pecks its way out, and then you like your kid hatches like a little mutant bird.
Yeah, but it moans, and that was the weird part. It sits there moaning. I didn't understand the. I mean, wouldn't you make bird noises to chip out, not sex noises?
Well, they have to humanize anything for a kid to keep interest. If it just peeped, it'd be like, what the fuck? So not, but they also have eyes that flash different colors.
Birds, they look like half bird, half butt plug. So that makes sense that they make sex noises.
Yeah, I mean, it's not where you want it to.
Hey, that's a market a lot of people ignore. I mean, that's quite a chasm to cross, so to speak, to have something that appeals to the kids and to the sexually active adults.
Something for everybody.
Yeah.
Hopefully not at the same time.
But I get it. That one guy was complaining because the article you sent was the kids are all crying because it, like the one guy goes, it died like right after it came out. And I went, that's a great lesson for kids.
Yeah. Instead of getting them a Hatchimal, you got that kid a life lesson.
I mean, there's no Kickstarter. Your thing's dead.
Yeah.
Bury it.
Get that dead thing off the kitchen table. We're going to eat soon.
And then there's the people like my 7-year-old went to bed crying because it like took almost an entire night for it to hatch. Like the miracle of life takes time. This is new technology. I don't.
To be fair, is that really the first time your kid went to bed crying? Come on. You're trying to buy their love with a stupid Furby stuffed in a plaster cast.
Wait till he cries when he finds out you used all his college money to buy him that stupid toy back when he was 8.
My PFD went to what? Beanie Babies and Hatchimals? It's not worth anything.
She followed the steps, and after half a day, it would not hatch. I was devastated, had waited forever to see her smile, and instead was greeted with a frown. And it won't hatch, Peepaw. Meanwhile, there's like 7-year-olds growing up on farms who are out like shooting the family pig for dinner.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Well, we're in a different transitional time. Some kids sit home waiting for something to hatch. Other kids have to actually go get eggs every morning. I hope they didn't.
The disparity of our youth. Wow.
You go back to that because I did that this year. I was like, it's a weird Christmas. I wasn't into it. I didn't even see that because I kept seeing some hot toys hard to get, and of all people who read all kinds of crap like that, I didn't even click on it. I didn't even know until I saw that article. I was like, oh, that was the thing they were talking about.
Because there's one every year.
I don't know
LeBron
James' phone number.
You don't have Braun's phone number?
No, I didn't get it. Yeah.
You're missing out.
Okay.
But these hot Christmas Toy Stories, it's the same story every year. They just like replace the name of the toy. Don't even bother rewriting it.
The price seems to be the break point, $400, because it seems to get up there and then hovers.
People are always going to be like hanging out outside Toys R Us, like selling hot toys out of their trunks.
Well, remember last year was the hoverboards that were bursting in a fire, and this year it's this, which seemed to be defaulty too. But my point is, I think there'll be a new term. It's called product replacement.
Product replacement.
Yeah, like I want a new one. Like you just got it.
Well, if they had enough lead time, they could have got into a situation where they just started cranking them out, and then quality control goes down. I mean, let's face it; these aren't made in America.
My grandpa worked in that Hatchimal factory for 45 years. Made a good living.
And then all of a sudden the government stepped in.
Whole town worked there. Whole town. Everyone. They had the pharmacy. You had to go in there, sign your number. Man, but we liked it. We had a living.
Hatchimal City, USA.
All of us had Hatchimals for Christmas dinner.
That is weird, though, when you think about it. China just spends their whole time making our Christmas presents going, oh, God, I got to get this done. I'm like, I just go try to buy it in a timely fashion.
Yeah.
They're putting heads on dolls.
They don't like. I saw a documentary. I can't remember what it was, but it was based on the area in China. This whole town, 20 years ago, it was nothing, and now it is basically just tons and tons of shops where wholesalers go to buy things for dollar stores, and they can't even. They sell things that they don't even know what they're used for or what the appeal is. Like there's really, to those people, there is no Christmas. They don't have Christmas. They have 7 days off a year, and that's during 1 week when everyone's off. And but they sell Santa Clauses. And when they started selling them, they didn't even know what the fuck they were.
Well, when they started selling them, we weren't all fat white guys. Now that they think it's just Americans, so like, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just Googled Christmas in China because they have to know what Christmas is because it's a huge part of their economy, like making our garbage that we give away at Christmas time.
Well, now
it says
now that they've been able to monetize it, yeah.
It says 1% of people are Christians in China. So most people know like a couple things about China, but they still have like Christmas trees and lights and stuff in the big cities. Like why for 1%?
Yep.
Yeah, that's where the 1%er comes from. They're very rich.
It's so weird to me that Christmas is like huge. It's so big in America. It's like the most massive holiday. And it's like the whole season, like starting in November, everybody's like, oh shit, Christmas is coming. And then, but most people in the world don't know anything about it or give a fuck.
Well, I just was talking to somebody about this and nobody realized that. But when Halloween falls on a regular day of the week, we don't have extended hours for Halloween.
No.
Because it's not officially a holiday. Yet it's a $3 trillion holiday now.
It's like, I think it's like second or third in the money spent during a quote unquote holiday. Because it's not a holiday. No one gets off. But but
it should be. I'm willing to give up Columbus Day if we can make Halloween officially a holiday.
Is Columbus Day a day off? Like, but that's like
Columbus Day is, but they changed it. Now we got rid of it up here. Now it's Inuit Day.
It's I think it's Indigenous
Peoples Day.
Not just Inuits. In Greenland, it's Inuits.
Okay. Anyway, it's and I thought it was funny because this is the 1 year we got half a dividend. So I was like, thanks, Indian giver.
What about Day of the Dead?
The day after Halloween.
That's November 1st.
Yeah.
That's a Chicago only thing.
Is Chicago or is it Philly that has where they light the apartments on fire?
I think that's Chicago.
Is that Chicago?
No, Detroit. That was always Detroit. It was Devil's Night.
Yeah, it seems a point of diminishing returns. I guess if you did it now would be the time to do it in Detroit. Property values are down. People are moving.
Yeah, there's nothing left to burn.
Yeah. We can't get these bricks to light.
Probably doesn't happen. The city turned the water off to half the places, too.
So, anyone get anything interesting for Christmas?
I got twice as many tamales as I thought I would.
John never came over?
Nope. I tried to keep Becky out of them, but I work, John. I'm not home all the time to watch it.
How was the pumpkin tamale?
Really good. It was good. The turkey ones were amazing.
Yeah.
But the vegan one, John, you're gonna love them.
I'm gonna come get some.
You've got a full slew of vegan thing. Add meat though. You really want to on those.
I'm doing a low carb diet right now, so I need heavy meat tamales.
Okay. Well, yeah. Good luck.
I gained 20 pounds since July. That's a fun fact about me.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm just a fat fuck.
What are you eating? Like, are you drinking a lot of those crap beers?
I guess.
See,
you're doing something.
Yes. I'm doing something. I'm like, I guess my life is going really well because I just have all this extra money for food.
You've been going to the gym though, right?
I have been going to the gym, but the problem with going to the gym is like, oh, I worked out. I can go eat some nachos, and then I eat nachos every day.
Yeah, see, Bart used to do that, but Bart's a skinny runner guy. So we'd go and play tennis, and he goes, let's go hit the restaurant after we'd play. And I went, well, I can't play tennis. I'll get fat as an ox. I mean, we played tennis for like 2 hours, chased the ball around like a dog, and all of a sudden we'd go, all right, let's go have a 3-course meal now. And I was like, all right.
Yeah, so now I'm drinking a lot of water and not beer. I'm going to sneak some beers in there. But working on that, try not to be fat. I know this is not a visual entertainment show, so you guys can't really appreciate it, but
I can Photoshop a picture and put your face on it and say, this is John.
So I was just a friend asked me to be in a music video that he was filming for a band, and I was in this music video and I was watching it and I was like, yeah, look at that. Look at all that. It's like you can't even see anybody else on the screen because my fucking stomach's in the way.
Did you tell him that the camera adds 30 pounds?
I did, but I was joking, and then I was joking when I said that, and then I saw the video. I was like, oh shit, it's like 45 pounds. What is happening?
You know, you just got to find, there's an old saying, you just find bigger friends and then you look skinnier.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Don't stand next to like telephone poles. Stand next to like mailboxes.
Matt Burgoon's ruining it for you.
I know.
So is your plan to like not like you're going on like a no carb thing? Is that what it is?
Well, I'm doing the
nachos actually have carbs.
I know, it's the worst. Nachos are my favorite food too. I'm doing the slow carb. It's called the slow carb diet, where you just it's basically like a low carb diet all week long, and then one day a week you can eat some carbs. You can eat some junk food.
So what did you eat today, John?
Today I had eggs and some lentils and some broccoli, and that's all I've had today so far.
All right.
You know what I felt for? I felt for that horrible. I felt for that horrible thing where you go to Costco and get that chicken for like $2.
Oh yeah, the
rotisserie
chicken.
Rotisserie chicken.
Apparently they just cooked that right in a vat of butter.
Really?
Is what they do, I think. Yeah. And Becky goes, "Do you know why it's so good, right? Because it's completely horrible for you."
Well, there's a ton of oil, sugar, and salt on those birds. I mean, you can make a bird at home. It'll take the time to make it. Don't do it my way where it takes 24 hours, but you can.
Have you watched them?
$22.
Have you ever been standing there when they're taking the rotisserie chickens out of their giant oven? It's like the craziest thing because they basically just have a skewer where they make like a giant chicken kebab where they put they put like 10 whole chickens on one metal pole and stick it in there, and then they just like take them all off. Like there could not be a more efficient way to cook a shit ton of animals.
Yeah. You can actually, if you get there early, you can actually buy the whole kebab.
Yeah.
Yeah. How much for a whole kebab? Just give me the stick.
You just hold a trash bag open, and then they just one guy holds it with a fork and then pulls it out, and they all just plop right down into a big meat pile.
Could you imagine going to like somebody's house for dinner and you bring a garbage bag full of roasted chickens just loose in a garbage bag?
Here you go.
The best dinner guest. The best dinner guest ever.
I'll be on the couch. Let me know. No carbs too, John, in that chicken.
Not a single carb.
Not a single carb.
So I'm, dieting just sucks, but I'm committed to doing it for 8 weeks. That's the time period I'm giving myself. We'll see how far I get in 8 weeks.
Yeah, let's see what the carbs say.
So, guys, hold me accountable.
No, I mean, I think it's great. I wish you'd come down to Costa Rica. I could teach you how to not eat and swim in the ocean. Take you out. Throw you off the boat.
I have almost 32 years of just eating, like, ingrained in me. So
once they drop you in the middle of the ocean, you don't even know where you're at. You'll have to swim back up to find land. You'll be skinny as a rail.
I'll find food in the ocean.
Yeah.
Becker, you're like down to like 6 days or so until you go to Costa Rica?
It's real close. It's real close.
Yeah.
It's so amazingly close. It's snowing today, too, which is really cool. I'm getting my whole winter in right now.
It's been nice out. It snows, so it's a little warmer out.
Mm-hmm.
You are picking a great time to leave because you'll still have like fond memories of winter as you leave.
You can follow the fond memories of winter if you go on ADN.com. There's an article today about the guy in Fairview who's like going around Fairview taking pictures of you could call it lawn furniture, but it's a couch which is now covered in snow.
That's my friend Adon
Hernandez.
I knew you'd know him.
I was just talking to him because I was about to make a video of him and taking pictures of couches because he's been doing it for a long time. But then ADN beat me to it because they're like motivated or whatever. So, but Adon is awesome. His family owns Oscar's Taco Grande.
Oh, okay.
Another reason I'm so fat.
I was gonna say that's another reason I thought you'd know him.
Oh, if there's somebody who works in a restaurant, I know him.
If you stood next to this couch, you'd look skinny.
True. I guess they just right after they published that story, the city got that couch out of there.
There you go.
Like he posed right after that story came out, like yesterday. I think yesterday.
Peaceful protest.
Last night, the city finally removed that couch that's been sitting there since like at least August.
Too bad he's not taking pictures of dead bodies.
I know.
Yeah, if they just got rid of it, then it was out there for 70 some days, according to
God.
yeah.
Yeah, they tagged it.
You're
You're gonna have to move this. Whoever owns this couch, you're gonna have to get out of here. We're gonna tow it.
You know,
they took some like neon orange paint and painted it on the couch and the street to make sure it didn't move.
The cogs of bureaucracy move very slow, guys. Come on, we know that. So it takes 70 days to get a couch off of the fucking lawn.
I think it was longer than that.
It was back on the 23rd. That was the 65th consecutive day that he took a picture of the couch. So it's been over 70.
But the couch was there before he took the pictures. So.
Well,
that's true. That's true.
I got a new challenge because I drive home every day on the what is that? The Northern Lights, they call it. Not the real ones, but the road. And in front of where Barnes and Nobles is, there's a bumper from a truck laying on the side of the road. And it's been there now for 3 days. So,
well, I'll see your bumper and raise you an entire truck that's been sitting on Tudor for like 3 days.
Well, Adon's got you beat because he's got a washing machine out in front of a house for weeks. Those are always good. There's the place on Arizona Street here in Bisbee where we have a little shop that is just where we store all the merchandise that we sell for Stanhope. Around the corner is a double doors, and then it would be one of those doors with like a long pane of glass, like vertically down the middle. Very classy looking door, right? Well, that's nothing but plywood. It's been there for as long as I know, and that's the way to get up above our store, which has had water raining down in it twice in the past 8 months. There is, I got a lot of problems with everything going on there, least of which is the water. But there has been two queen mattresses leaned up right next to that door. I don't know if it's blocking another door or what, for months. And there's no threat of it ever being taken away. I guess maybe I should take some pictures.
Mm-hmm. One picture a day.
One picture a day. I mean, I'm there. I might as well. I guess there's a lot of other things I could take pictures of too.
Wait, you're selling Doug's old used condoms on eBay and you can't figure out how to get rid of a mattress?
Just take a picture of Doug laying on the mattress and put it on eBay.
Then it'll be an eyesore.
Somebody will pick it up.
I like this idea though.
Doug is like Banksy, except instead of like stenciling stuff on walls, he just lays on things.
I got a park bench to stand up sometime.
Speaking of like auctioning things, did you read the thing about the Iditarod mushers are like auctioning off like the chance to like ride through the ceremonial start with a musher during the Iditarod?
Haven't they been doing that? Isn't that a?
I think they've been doing it, but I've never read about it. They used to do it,
but it was like a flat fee or something. But now they're auctioning it, so it went up to what, $2,000 for one of them.
Well, one of them was $7,500. A Texas woman quickly put down $7,500 this year to buy a spot on Dee Dee Genre's sled.
Doesn't she know the way auctions work? You don't throw down $7,500 at first.
Too high.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, certainly she's not worried about the money.
Yeah. Somebody else, $25,000 for the VIP race watching package.
What does that entail?
I don't know. Hopefully it means you like don't have to sit in like 0-degree weather to watch a bunch of dogs run by.
You watch it from the comfort of your home.
Yeah.
I assume you're gonna have sex with a woman from Texas on Dee Dee Genre's sled.
Whatever. He's a VIP. Let him do whatever he wants.
Yeah, sorry, he paid more.
They've never even been to. Oh, I'm reading about it now. And the people that paid $25,000 for this VIP race watching package have never even been to Alaska before.
That would make sense on the bid.
They should have asked anybody, and we would have been like, "Yeah, you just walk downtown.
Yeah,
it's free.
Anyone can go there.
They just run right by."
Boy, you type in VIP race watching package in Google, and it seems like every event, even out of Alaska, has some kind of VIP package or race, some kind of add-on.
Well, I got a pretty good package on the Iditarod thing. I'm going to watch it streaming live in Costa Rica, which is a pretty good package, actually.
How are you getting TV down in Costa Rica now, Becker?
I do it through a Slingbox.
The Slingbox is that the one that's in Anchorage at your house?
Yeah, at the house, and it streams perfect. It's amazing.
But how do you connect?
So I watch all the football games live. I just go on my box, just like you would your cable box, and watch whatever I want that's on home TV. And I can watch Netflix, and I can watch.
But how do you get it down in Costa Rica?
Through a Slingbox. It just goes through my Wi-Fi here.
So you're on Wi-Fi in Costa Rica. Okay.
But it comes in clear as a bell. It's amazing.
You're gonna be in Bisbee for a Super Bowl, right?
Yes, I will be in Bisbee for that. And that we will not have Wi-Fi anywhere. So.
Yeah. Well, I hope we have TV here by the time you show up.
Oh yeah, you don't have TV yet?
We had a big snowstorm, dude. We had almost an inch of snow on Christmas.
That's crazy.
That's actually kind of cool.
It was. We were driving back from just a couple blocks from the other house where we had the get together on Christmas Eve, and it was coming down like it looks like a star field. Driving through a star field, we're like, there's a ton of snow coming down, and then by morning it's all gone. So that was really awesome. The best of both worlds. A little snow on the ground, but pretty much everything gone by the afternoon.
I've been doing my side business, removing nativity scenes, and man, a lot of free meat, but I'm telling you, it's not worth it.
I was driving home from work to come record, and I saw some people like cross country skiing along the sidewalk, and I was like, "Oh, that's charming." Holiday, like the winter's not that bad. And as I was thinking that, like my brakes locked up, and I started skating through an intersection. Like, this is great. Winter.
Yeah, the roads are slick. I was driving home last night, and it was all over the place.
I don't know if I sent you guys the clip, but of Haro Sushi over there on Diamond burned up.
Yeah.
How are all these sushi places catching fire?
Well, I'll tell you, the same way water parks do.
The what? The same way water parks do?
Water parks catch on fire. Really good insurance. They don't really cook anything there, so I'm really curious how it burned that quickly.
Haro, I remember going there, and it was a mediocre run of the mill place, family owned.
I think Stephanie and I went there just a couple months ago.
Before you started eating everything in sight?
No, this was while I was eating everything.
This part of it?
On your Faileo diet?
This was part one. Faileo diet. This is part one of my 5-course dinner routine that I go through.
Which kind of food do we start with?
Yeah.
John, are you burning restaurants down to try to stay slim?
I heard something about if you want to be healthy, you got to eat cuisine from every part of the world every day. So that's what I try. I usually start with Italian and work my way around the globe.
I'll let you in a little secret. There's a reason why every country wants to come to America, because they're tired of that food.
There is pretty good video of the fire.
Did you get with the audio with the guys talking about it?
Yeah.
Was that fun? I mean, they were good because they weren't jackasses on it or anything, but they're like, man, another fire truck, and they're just funny guys because they're just like two guys driving by, and that was a really good place. I hope they get rebuilt soon. Man, look at that! Just there's 70-foot flames coming out of the roof, and the guy goes, I think that's probably the kitchen, huh? And they're trying to guess, but. The best is at the very end. He goes, "There's not one cop car here. There's 4 fire trucks and not one cop."
Yeah,
man, those old Pizza Hut buildings, they can really burn.
Yeah, it's soaked into the paneling. That's a tinderbox. It's really a wonder why it took so long to burn.
Man, I think we only have one or two of those old Pizza Hut buildings left in Anchorage. We need to get the Anchorage Historic Preservation Society on this.
Well, do you remember the last time a sushi place burned? It was Pete's Sushi.
But this would be like the third or fourth sushi bar to burn, and I think Pete's burned twice, didn't it? Mm-hmm. Or they went bankrupt a second time.
I know the dish is really close to having a fire.
I think they had a fire sale to sell all their dishware and stuff so they could pay some bills.
Did Dish go out of business?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, they were flying high for a while. They had a piano bar and crazy like couples drinks.
They had a radio ad that almost sounded like an actual song, so you're always confused. Like when you turned on the radio, you're like, what is this?
It sounded like it was produced like it was a pop hit.
Yeah.
I can find that.
I'd always be listening to it for about 30 seconds. I was like, oh, God damn it, Dish. You got me.
I believe they failed to pay taxes for every year they were open.
Yeah, there's a point to where that's not going to work anymore, and then you just got to really buy some good insurance, right?
Yeah. Well, owning a business, there's so much to keep track of, and you forget about those taxes every year.
Yeah. Well, that was Platinum Jacks did the same thing. They were he was a lawyer, and $1.8 million in back taxes he forgot to pay.
Yeah, things look. You got to pick up dry cleaning, take the kids to school. End of the year, you look at your finger like Billy on It's a Wonderful Life, and you see that string, and you're all, man, did I forget something?
What was that?
For the 8th year in a row, did I forget something?
Yeah. Oh, well.
It's our annual April 18th going to Hawaii.
The drinks are on me.
I don't understand because I don't pay my taxes. I get a shitload of mail from the IRS. You have to really go out. You have to really just be like, I'm not paying these taxes. Is that true? Or when you own a business, they're just like, nah, you figure.
Oh, I think they're pretty aggressive. That's why I couldn't figure out how you get away with it like that either.
Yeah.
Might be a reason why the city's broke.
I've always paid taxes, so I don't know. I know a lot of comics that when they're on the road, they just don't pay, and then they get to a point to where actually they get a writing job or something, and then all of a sudden they got to catch up. But they always make a deal because no one was really making any money as a comic on the road.
Right.
You really don't have much income, nothing that could be substantiated anyway. And I think it's a little different when you got a business that's buying these blocks of ads on late night TV and studio time for a commercial and stuff like that. I think they might go a little bit more aggressive towards someone that it looks like they're open every day. It's not like they're not serving food.
Yeah. Well, I don't think Haru Sushi is going to reopen. Looking at the before and after pictures.
Yeah,
well, but you know what I thought about that? Because they got a lot of positive reviews. Everybody said they're really nice, great food, everything. But why don't we have a crash team that can bring in a temporary building and just drop it on the spot and let them open?
Containers.
And then continue to work until they rebuild.
Containers,
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sushi tent.
Yeah, a sushi tent in Alaska in the winter. That's a great idea. Yeah. I mean, look, the circus isn't using it. It's probably just packed away somewhere. Is there a circus in Anchorage?
Nah.
Has there been one?
It'd be great if there were trained moose.
Trained moose.
So we did have a sea lion that comes out and steals peanuts from kids.
We did have another crime that I think will make national news.
Oh, which one's this one?
This was the one yesterday, I think. But the cops blocked in a stolen vehicle over by Bergaw. And over by the Walmart by Bergaw, we should be honest. But
there's a Walmart on Bergaw?
Yeah.
Where?
If you just keep driving down Bergaw, John.
I think you're thinking of DeBar.
Okay.
Tell
Anyway.
John what fast food places are near there. He'll be able to pinpoint it. He'll triangulate. There's a Arby's.
You're thinking of the one across the street from Krispy Kreme and BurgerFi.
Yeah. There's a Baskin Robbins right there, John. You
Gotcha.
can almost see it.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sorry, you're right.
We're good now.
If you turn your head away from the counter, you'll see it.
I navigate by taste. I can only navigate by taste, so I don't look at street signs.
All right. So,
But
Go ahead.
so they blocked this car in. They get a call. And everybody apparently in the intersection had their phones out because there's tons of video on it. But the police blocked the car in, and there's like 5 cops standing around this car, and it's now blocked in on both sides with 2 cop cars. The driver opens the door, gets out, runs past all of them, and starts running down the street. Like I was a little surprised he could get that far away from a car surrounded by cops, but he did. Well, they released the canine unit, and the canine jumps up, tackles him over at the corner, and just rolls him around on the ground and is biting him. And so everyone put that. So the news plays that. Another guy standing in the parking lot was holding his camera.
mm-hmm.
He releases that video, and I got to find that one for you because it's really good. Because he does it like a news story. Anchorage PD fail. And when you saw that part, if you see the unedited one, a cop runs back and looks right at the guy who's filming and goes, "Did you see where the people in the car went?" They all 6 cops chased the guy that was running, and they left the car unoccupied, and everyone got out and took off in different directions. They're
wow.
We're out of here.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
But thank goodness they didn't have a gun.
Yeah.
Everybody in that car came up with that plan. They were like, "All right, Dave, you just run. We'll bail you out if we get away. Like, that's the best chance of us getting out of this."
Who would think there wouldn't be somebody waiting with them at the car? I was like, I know they just got trained from the academy, but somebody needs to stay with the car. Being the dog's doing all the work.
Inside the stolen car, it was like the most high stakes paper scissors rock. A little holiday Rochambeau. All right,
Dave, you owe me $25. You got to do this.
Roland, it's you, man. Paper covers rock, bro. Why do you do rock every time? We know.
Yeah. I told you he was going to do rock. He always does rock.
Fuck.
Now he's gonna spend 5 years breaking them up.
I bought legal weed. I did that.
Oh.
I went to one of our fine marijuana establishments.
Like a brick and mortar store?
Yeah. And then I found out you can just have somebody deliver it to you. And I was like, oh, fuck.
There's a delivery service?
I guess. Is that legit? I don't know. But apparently, I heard you call for a delivery and they give you like a window of like 3 hours.
Like the cable company.
Yeah. But at that, like 3 hours later, I don't even want to get high anymore. So.
No, I told you, combine it with pizza.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh, that's all you need. That's all you need, John.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
It was
pizza and weed coming to your door.
Pizza and weed.
Oh, you'll open the door with a stick. You won't even get up. Oh,
Greg, I've been weight training. I need the carbs. But it's
edibles. These edibles, how big are they? Are you getting the ham? Are you getting the ham with weed in it? Edible?
I got a weed. Listen, I got a weed lasagna. Don't only eat half the pan, Becker. Don't eat the whole pan. You'll be full and too high. It's a real. So I was expecting more from legal weed. I thought it'd be like walking into a convenience store and being like, all right, let me grab some beef jerky and a couple of joints.
like a liquor store. You thought it was gonna be like a liquor store? Yeah.
But it's not. It's like a weird, like you walk in, there's like a security guard checking your ID at the door. There's a weird, like it's unnerving to walk because they all look like empty stores. It's just like an empty store of like a counter.
Yeah.
So it feels like the DMV, and then cash only. And so I had to pay like $4 to use an ATM, which I should have planned ahead. And then everyone's just too excited about weed. And then I spent too much money on what for me is going to be like a 3-year supply of weed. I think I got like 2 grams.
One question: indica or sativa?
I went with the sativa.
I figured you would.
I don't want to go to sleep because I know I'm just going to go to sleep no matter what the guy says. And I can't just like point at one and like be like, I'll take that. The guy's like, okay, let me tell you about every strain we have. And I'm like, no.
They're gonna, you know what? Do you want the warranty? You want the 2-year warranty, John?
It took me less time to buy a car. Like I was in there forever buying weed.
And that's what they want, though.
But,
they want that. They want to see traffic in there. They want people to see what's happening. They want it to be a positive experience that you walk away with, John.
Was there a clock on the wall? Did you see a clock anywhere?
There's no clocks. They pump a lot of oxygen in there, keeping you happy.
Keeping you up.
It's weird, though. It is like... And the storefront, so like speaking of, they want people to see people in there. There's like all the windows are covered. It's like a shady massage parlor. It's real weird.
It's like Vegas.
Yeah, it's like it's not a nice experience. It feels weird.
It's weird because when I bought weed at the store in Bellevue, Washington, I also got a 3-year supply, John. that I think I smoked one or two bowls, and I don't even know. I think I threw the rest away or something. But I went in there and I had a very different experience in that there's certain zones. You walk in and then there's security or the concierge at the front where you have to produce ID, and that is right at the door. I've been into clubs that have had less security to try and get in, and then there's the ATM area. Yeah. There's the counter area, and then the majority of the shop are like these other like sundry items that you can buy, not like beef jerky or anything, but like accoutrements to smoking. And that is that's what the store layout is. If you just had the commerce area, it would be the ATM machine separated from the cash register, and that's two little small parts of the store. But everything else was very. They've got cheap little $5 glass pipes right there is like where the need a penny, grab a penny would be. There's a thing of glass pipes because, in case you want to quickly I just get that, it is a different experience, and it's not like a liquor. I don't want it to be like a liquor store. I mean, I know where to get beef jerky. I mean, I want it to be like La Bodega, best liquor store in the world. 'Cause I work there.
I went there, John. I gave people for Christmas that weird sake stuff with.
We gave some to Stephanie's parents.
What?
That's a great gift.
What?
Yeah, it's sake. It tastes like cum in it.
It is the sake from Japan that has like peach jello in it or something. It's weird. It's like drinking a loogie. It's delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really weird, Greg.
But that sounds like it's better to give than receive.
Oh, isn't it always?
So did they have paraphernalia in there?
No, they had some like sweatshirts, but I guess, I'm cutting them some slack because they've only been open for like a week or something. They opened like right before Christmas, I think. So, I mean, maybe it'll get better. And they didn't have like pre-rolled joints or edibles or anything. And the guy said like that stuff is coming. They were just working on it.
Did they have rolling papers?
I think they did. I think they had some rolling papers.
Did you have like did you have a trench coat on and sunglasses and a brim of your hat pulled down low? Did you even look around?
I looked around. They didn't have rolling, but they didn't have much. It was a big empty space, but like it did feel like it kind of still has that feeling of like, oh man, we're getting away with it. It doesn't feel legal.
Did they have a vacuum cleaner?
I didn't. I didn't get a job cleaning the place. I was only there to buy weed.
They're not cleaning the windows. That's easy because you put paper over them. I think it's weird. I don't understand. I think I would have an espresso stand in there. They're like,
yeah, you should have an espresso stand. Something
coffee.
Like
maybe I should do that. I'm gonna go open espresso stands in all the weed shops.
I don't think they can own the ATMs either. I think that's a whole nother venture that has to be separate from the business. But what they're constantly doing is opening that ATM machine and putting money into it from the register because the money's just going back and forth. You know what I mean? But
right,
because those machines hold like $10,000 to $20,000, and they have to keep, I know the one in, I don't know why they fucking told me this. It was like I was casing the joint. I asked the guy about the ATM because I brought cash, and I asked him about the ATM, and he goes, yeah, we have to fill that thing like 3 times a day. And I'm like, wow. And what time do you think you fill it? When is the most money being transferred?
Maybe that's why they got paper over the windows to keep you from telling when they open the ATM.
And we keep the key right back here. And we all go on break at about 3:15. Leave the doors wide open. No big deal.
We're usually
cameras usually shut off that time too.
We're usually way too stoned to identify anybody. Actually, what's funny is topical as it gets. Is last night I had a friend that came in and he said, "Yeah, I got a job. I'm doing security at a weed shop." And so obviously I go, "Well, so how's that going?" He goes, "Well, not well because they just opened, but they don't have any product yet."
Yeah,
but they wanted to open because they wanted to be legally open.
Yeah.
For some timeline thing. So his whole job yesterday was to people pull in and he'd have to go in the car and go, "Yeah, we don't currently have any product, just so you know," and they'd turn around and angrily leave.
Yeah, it's like I can't imagine
no weed. Yeah,
I can't imagine any other store of any kind just like opening and being like, "Yeah, we don't have anything. We have nothing for you to buy. We have no groceries. We have no tools. We have nothing."
It seems like seems like a real public, like a PR problem moving forward. Like you're not like everyone's excited and they want to go in there. And then when they get there, you tell them, you've wasted your efforts. But hey, please come back some other day. That seems
we promise we're going to get some.
How do you win?
I mean, in the old days, remember, you always worried your dealer was out. Now they're actually out and they're legal dealers.
Yeah.
But they still have that blinking Costco open sign out front.
John, you and I, let's go into business. Let's open a car lot with no cars.
Deal.
Actually, it could be a parking lot.
Tell us, you just give us a down payment. Tell us what type of car you want. And if one comes in, we'll give you a call.
Yeah. I'll call you back.
Well, I hope it improves a little bit. I mean, the one you went to at least opened, John.
Yeah, I have weed. If I think it's weed, I'm not an expert.
You came home and then you came home and you just threw it in your sock drawer. You didn't even try it.
Nah, it's sitting in front of me. The other thing is they put it in a locked bag. It's this weird. I'll send you a picture of this bag. It's like a weird plastic white envelope with like a plastic zipper that locks.
Oh, they did that to my phone at a Kevin Hart show.
Yeah, I think it's probably the same thing.
Is it Becker's phone in there? He never went back.
I guess this is so my weed doesn't receive any text messages. I don't know what this is.
Oh, that's
so weird.
That's a shame, John.
That's
a big part.
The future, guys.
Weed is a real big part of the Faileo diet.
We have so much freedom now.
Well, I just think it's going to be really good when we get it all straightened out. We figure exactly how stoned people can get and still sit around.
I don't do New Year's resolutions, but are either of you planning on quitting or starting something on New Year's?
I'm going to be on time when we record Near the Wild. That is my New Year's resolution. We'll see.
That's good, John.
I'm going to try that, guys.
We'll see.
I give it 1 week.
Oh, counting this week? Because you were ready on time today.
Okay, well, this is the last week then.
Yeah, I'm going to quit quitting things because I feel like I just need to follow through better, and that's a good resolution.
I've always felt that resolutions were kind of that's a shitty way to do it. Like if you want to start doing something, you just do it. You know, you don't wait for the big end of the year to do something and then invariably fail and then quit and then don't go back on it. You know, don't try and augment what your plans were.
But what if you decide you want to do something on December 31st? Then you're just making resolutions on accident.
Well, that's my idea, is that I'm sitting there looking at it going, I think it's really equipped to really have really low self-esteem during the darkest time of Alaska. I mean, if you say I'm going to quit doing something, then you end up failing. You're going to feel like a triple loser.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you get for failing.
That's what you get for trying.
I used to be like anti-resolution. I felt the way you did, Greg, but now I think there's something to like the whole like it's a new year. It's time to reflect on the past year. Look at the shitty job. Like just like I look back at my year. I'm like, man, what did I do this year?
But it's a new year every day.
Every day. I guess you're right. You should treat every day as a new opportunity to improve yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to give you a reason why this doesn't work. Is people who do 25 years in prison get out, and the recidivism rate is about 70%.
Okay.
And the way they got out was they go, okay, don't worry, Your Honor, I'll never do it again. 70%. No, these guys were in prison. If you can't do it, just putting the toilet seat down for a year, you're doomed. You're doomed.
True. I don't have a motivator like prison. I could. We'll see.
That help you lose weight?
I gotta lose. I don't know. I guess if I'm going to prison, do I want to lose weight or gain a bunch of weight? I think I would gain a bunch of weight because I don't know if I have time unless my trial drags out for a couple of years to get real jacked. I think I need to work on gaining like an extra couple 100 pounds. So people are just like,
John,
he's too fat. I don't want that.
John, they don't cater in prison. You know that, right?
Yeah.
They're basically huck and mush.
Well, I'm just trying, not to get prison raped or.
Yeah, but John, the one term
in a
you
relationship.
The one term you'd want to get rid of is, "Hey, you gonna eat that?"
All right, guys. I think John's got to get back to his white zipper bag.
God, I'm just staring at his weed. Do I need to go back to work? Can I work high? I don't ever smoke weed, but part of me thinks I could just get high and go back to work and it would be fine.
Wait, we haven't done the year in review.
Oh, we haven't done the year in review.
What's the year in review?
The year in review is look how many celebrities. Prince is dead. Bowie's dead. George Michael's dead.
Leonard Cohen, Carrie Fisher.
It's been a brutal year.
Steven Spielberg.
Huh? Who?
I just added that one.
Oh, I thought I missed one.
A lot of people died.
It's been like Vietnam for talent.
Rough year.
Rough year because our beloved Prince. That was a tough one.
Yeah, that was really tough, and I still hate it.
Can we think of any positive things about 2016? The
one thing in the bar is everyone says, "I'm so ready for 2016 to be over." I said, "Well, you got to remember that some people like 2016."
Yeah, 49%.
The Trump kids are giddy about 2016.
Yeah.
Yeah, a banner year for them.
I think they're excited about 2017.
The Cubs go, yeah, bad year for you, great year for us.
Cleveland has been a great year for Cleveland sports, which makes sense because it's been an awful year for the rest of the world.
Not really great for Cleveland sports there, John.
Why?
LeBron James, and then who else?
Oh, sorry, I was thinking of. Well, I mean, they had the Cavs won for the first time since like the 80s, since early 80s or 70s. The Indians made it to the World Series
and lost.
Okay, but they still made it to the World Series. There's a lot of baseball teams that didn't, so let's not think of them as losers.
Yeah, but
I'm trying to find
glass half
positive
full
spin. The Browns won a game.
Yeah, they won one game. That's
true.
That was their big victory. And San Francisco won too.
Great year for Cleveland.
I'm not looking at a list, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't have a list either. I'm trying to think of good things.
Yeah, no, that's been the hardest way. But yeah, it's amazing how many people in the bar are just like, they're just so over this year. And I go, it makes for the longest week ever.
Yeah, when you're focusing on it.
Yeah, because I'm like, I don't care. It's over. We'll be fine.
I mean, I feel like personally, I had a pretty great year. I can't think of any disasters that have struck my life this year. Well,
my mom died.
Yeah.
I mean, she was about done anyway. So, but
Well,
that happened.
And not to discredit, I mean, it's weird to add on, but Cyril died this year.
Yeah,
So
there you go.
that was toughie.
I passed my colonoscopy test.
Oh, that's right. We never asked you how you did on your. Did you?
Is
did
it
you
a-
cram for the exam?
Is it a pass or fail test?
Well, yeah. There's a lot goes on that I basically said, you don't have to explain any of this to me. I'll be ready to go into the game, coach. But to be honest, I don't need to know. I don't need to know the details. Just yell go. And what they do is there's a lot of things that I found out later, or while I was waiting to go into the OR, I discovered some things. The lady next to me in the prep area, in the curtained area where you get in your gown, and then where they wheel you back when you're done and waking up, she did not speak any English, and she was cutting the largest fucking farts. And that's when I found out they fill your colon full of air.
Ugh.
They get a little tube and top you off to 32 psi or whatever the recommended
Whatever
is.
the legal amount is to drive on.
But I knew, I knew, I didn't know that was going to happen, but I'm certainly glad I knew for when I woke up later, because she didn't know. And no one was telling her because there was no one speaking Spanish. So I think she thought she was going to shit all over the place every time this big bubble worked its way south, And I think she was really nervous because she was moaning, thinking that she was just going to fucking pollock the fucking sheets. And that was good to know going in. But
When you hear her crying out for God to help her.
Yeah.
Ay, caramba.
I would have done announcing from the Hindenburg crash.
Oh, the humanity.
Just sounds like when you fill up a balloon and let it go, just going around
dude,
the room.
That's exactly. Yeah, there was some. I'm like, wow. And then Helen, the nurse that was attending her, I could hear her explain it. It's I think she's just afraid because she thinks. And then I'm like, oh wait, that means she had the same procedure. Everyone in the room, there were 3 beds, and the people coming and going in those 3 beds all were in there for the same thing.
I assume it had good ventilation.
Oh, yeah.
We call it the bagpipe wing.
Well, it's kind of like when you go in to get your car washed. They ask you if you request a certain scent so that they can fill you with. I'm telling you, those little things matter when you're in there.
Wow.
Right.
You make a couple of jokes, you fall asleep, and you wake up and you're back in bed. And I didn't know this, but the doctor, when I had a consultation, he did say that if they find any polyps, which basically look like a stalk of broccoli poking out from the inside of your colon, they will, if they see any, then they take care of them. And I'm like, well, when? We do. He goes, right there. I'm like, oh shit. So that was a little there was a little anxiety there, but I had a clean bill of health. Don't have to go back for 10 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Got a couple pounds of colon broccoli.
You sure didn't just get a passport?
It's similar, but until the lady next to me that burst the bubble, I knew why I was there at that point.
How old was she?
God damn it, she was old. She was she had to be up in the upper 60s, early 70s.
Had she done it before? No.
I don't know, but she had 2 polyps removed.
Oh.
It's not very private in
I was going to say,
in that
this
area.
is very confidential.
Yeah, they're just an open book.
Yeah, so
well, I mean, old ladies farting, that's classic comedy. That's
always
always
great,
funny.
always great.
Yeah, well,
The guy next to me, he also spoke English as a second language. He had enough he could get by, and he explained. They asked, the admitting nurse asked, "Hey, so what did you have for breakfast yesterday? Because you can't eat the whole day before and the day of. So what did you have for breakfast yesterday? Nothing. What did you drink? Just the water. And then at 3:00 you're supposed to drink the stuff that makes you just everything leave your body." And he goes, and then the water at 3, and then she leaves. He gets undressed, gets in the bed, and he's waiting. And she comes back and goes, "So what did you eat yesterday?" And he goes, some pork." What? Wait, yesterday, what did you eat, in the morning for breakfast? Bork. And then they had to bring someone in, and I'm going, motherfucker, if this guy drank that liquid, it's a whole gallon, and you shit everything out within 2 hours, and your body is devoid, right? I'm thinking that guy did that for nothing. No fucking way. And sure enough, they brought someone in, a translator, and they talked, and yeah, he thought he could eat until 3:00 and then take the laxative. And they canceled his thing. And he's like, "Come on, no!"
That is completely a walk of shame, right there.
I'm here, and I felt bad for him. But it's like, yeah, the worst thing is to go in there and have something go wrong, especially when you're full of air, and there's a professional at the exhaust pipe. That would be bad too. So, yeah, it was pretty devastating. But
do they wear like headgear
like a full shield, like they're working on zombies?
They don't have like one of those like bomb robots that like goes in on little treads and like does everything.
I guarantee they're working on a robot for this one.
Don't cut the blue wire. Don't cut the blue wire. Yeah. So I don't even know if it's covered on my healthcare. So
you went and did it unknowingly?
Well, Becker, I know you don't go to doctors, and I usually don't either, but everything's unknowingly. They don't fucking know. Everything happens on the other end when you get home.
You know what's great about Costa Rica is they tell you the price.
Up front, 2 chickens. Okay, let's do this. Take a blood sample. I get it.
We are such an evolved country.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Spin the wheel, Greg.
Yeah,
because you're paying not only for you, you're paying partly for the dude who like ate some pork that day.
Yeah,
and was like, I gotta go.
Delicious pork guy. Jesus.
Everybody is just one. Oh God.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. It came out as best as I could hope, and I'm back to normal.
It's like being in sports and testing dirty, isn't it?
For him, he tested for pork.
We're detecting illegal substances in your system, sir.
It did sound delicious. I hadn't eaten in a long time, and it was a pork torta. It was a pork sandwich for breakfast. I don't know if that's the best thing for breakfast, but man, it sounded so good laying there.
What was the recovery time?
Oh, dude, you're done, and the whole thing takes 2 hours, and an hour and a half of it is you waiting for something to happen. Like the whole procedure is like 30 minutes.
What happens? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting to happen?
You're waiting to go into the room, and then they you got an IV in, and then as soon as they give you the sedative or the anesthesia, you're out cold, and you wake up.
I don't know. For some reason in my mind, I thought like you were waiting for something to happen while you're in there, like they put something in there, and like, all right, let's wait and see. Like a Hatchimal. I thought there was a Hatchimal in there. They're like, wait.
Fuck me.
You gotta rub it for an hour.
No, they put the IV in, and that's really the worst part. But then, to me, the worst part is having to listen to all the shit going on in the other cloaked rooms. I would have loved a pair of headphones, or just to get the fuck out of there. But yeah, you go in, and within 30 minutes, it's done. But I mean, you're rolling over on one side, and then all of a sudden he's all, it might sting where the IV is, but that's just when that shows it's working. And I couldn't count to 5. I was already out. So it was one of the propanols or something like that. That was probably the most expensive, but the most complete, wonderful 30 minutes of sleep I think I've ever had.
That's great, yeah. And to realize what happened to you while you were under.
That's the thing is, they're all, we got plenty of video capability here. I go, I don't want to see that, and I don't want to see it on YouTube. But other than that, you guys knock yourselves out.
The Bisbee Tunnel, they call it.
Do they give you a discount if they post it on YouTube though? There's that.
Maybe I checked that box.
There's that dermatologist who has like couple million YouTube followers.
Oh yeah,
she's like pops blackheads.
Yeah, she has a huge following, and it's because she expresses glands and not she'll pop the zits or kind of boils and stuff. Yeah, she's really into that.
Get that discount.
Yeah, John, I'll find out for next time. In 10 years.
In 10 years.
10 years, man. All right, that's enough of my ass.
Yeah, No, that was good though. I want to do a follow up because I didn't know. Well, you can't keep things in. John can't keep things out.
Of my ass? What are you saying?
Saying you're 20 pounds over. You might want to go in and have a little oil change.
That's true. You know, new year, new me. Start with some fresh fluids.
All right, you listen to the end of the year podcast from Near the Wild. I'm Matt Becker, sitting on a bus for one more week.
And I'm John Norris, wishing you all happy colonoscopies in 2017.
And I'm Ggreg Chaille, sitting on my clean bill of health in Bisbee, Arizona.
Happy New Year.
You've been listening to the Near the Wild podcast with Matt Becker and John Norris, recorded in Anchorage, Alaska on Matt Becker's backyard bus. Engineered by me, Ggreg Chaille.
God damn it.
Edit it, Chaille. Make that joke work.
Oh, yeah, I'll make it work. Don't worry about that.